GTA Online Heist Finale tank over here. A bit of a wipeout there. This is going to be the fun. Please do leave in the comments if you have any better suggestions and so on. In this episode, it looks like we're going to take the tank, so I'll go ahead and drive the tank. I do love this tank a lot. Over there we've got the barrage. So basically with this, you can make extra money, so it's an extra 100,000 GTA dollars if you actually take the other vehicle. So for the host only, it essentially allows you to actually make twice as much by doing it with 2 players as well, this heist finale. So there are a few different ways to make extra cash if you really want to. Personally, I enjoy having the tank up here. On hard, it can get a little bit ridiculous sometimes, so we really do like the tank at the start to deal with the first 4 juggernauts that we'll be at war with. So we've got to take the tank up over the mountain first to the enemy tunnel, which is essentially going to be made up of a bunch of enemies that we're going to have to exterminate. In this, they do work for the government, and we're going to have to actually hack the government computers in order to get our cash and blow up all of their cloud server networks. Okay, so in this particular video I will be doing the hack, so I'll show everyone how to do the hack, so if they do want to attempt it, they will be able to do one of the harder things in this GTA Online series once we get the hack organized. Okay, so just throwing in a bit of a railgun there. Been having a couple of beers here. It is Sunday in Australia and it's a relaxing day. Paddled out in some big surf yesterday and just reporting to you all live here from the PS4 for a bit of a gaming session. I thought I'd share with everyone how to make the most amount of GTA dollars the quickest. So I've just started up the GTA Heist Finale and I'm just making my way on hard difficulty to the tunnel around the corner here. So welcome to everyone that's new. Make sure you stay tuned if you want to learn how to make the big dollars in GTA. So to get this particular mission, you'll need to own a $1.25 million facility. From there you can essentially start up a series of new heist jobs. So rather than do the other little activities around GTA like steal cargo shipments and that sort of thing for $10,000 a job, I'd rather share with everyone how to make the big dollars at the end of the day. So just going around a few bends here. It is a little bit of a distance in the tank. The tank doesn't travel as quickly as a barrage. As I mentioned in the previous episode, our little outage. Basically, we can sell the barrage vehicle instead of this particular tank to make an extra $100,000 out of this mission. So we've gone ahead, my friend and I here on online co-op, and just decided to take the tank today because there are a lot of enemies that lay ahead in this tunnel up here, and going through here on hard difficulty in the barrage little jeep thing that makes extra money really isn't going to be what we're looking for going into this particular tunnel on hard. Ideally, I have done the run a few times on hard in the barrage 4-wheel drive. It can be done. I usually do die a few more times, so that's why today I've decided to just take the tank down the tunnel here, as you can see, opening up. So there is an elite challenge on this to make twice as much money. It would be nice to get that done today. It means not dying at all through the whole mission and completing it within 15 minutes from the tunnel entrance. Okay, so the problem with this mission is on hard, the enemy difficulty is set to absolutely annihilate us. So it's basically going to be a case of driving the tank up the tunnel here, and then actually getting out of this tank and fighting an army. So it's quite an exciting, action-packed chapter for everyone today. I hope you'll like this sort of gameplay. If you do, make sure you leave a comment or tell your friends who might be interested in this to check out how Ultio made millions on GTA. The fastest way when he returned recently with a new DLC. I was actually a little bit behind on money. I did do quite a few of these Doomsday Heists. I can potentially make around about 1.6 million GTA dollars for completing this particular heist, so it's definitely worth doing. It is a way that you can make money without getting banned from GTA, and there still is a small hack involved, but it's only on the actual computer up here, which my GTA character will interact with as part of the story menu. So here's the juggernauts that I was talking about up here. So this is why it pays not to bring the barrage, because it can be a little bit tricky if the barrage actually... There's a couple of super soldiers up here. So just waiting for this one super soldier to come around the corner. I'm not sure if they're going to. I'm going to get out and deal with this particular super soldier around the corner with the minigun. Okay, so just going to take a little bit of cover and get my minigun out here. So this is how to make twice as much money more quickly, doing it with 2 players. So there's the Juggernaut back there in the corner. I've got the minigun onto his face there and luckily drilled him. This next little section, I've done it quite a few times for the money runs. Can be quite tricky. There's quite a few enemies that lurk in the shadows back there that can one-shot us. So on hard, it's twice as insane on the difficulty level, so I like to give them a good spray with the minigun before I actually run in up here. So I'm just drilling thousands of rounds in if I have to up this corridor here, because I just know how they hide around. My friend over there has his assault rifle out, I believe. I'm going to be demonstrating soon as well how I've maxed out my research and actually have incendiary rounds now to burn these enemies. From doing the heist here so many times, I've actually managed to unlock quite a few perks and attachments and so forth. So this is one of my MK2 weapons, which actually, as you can see there, burns them to death. So it's a bit of a driller. Okay, there's actually a Juggernaut around this corner, so I should get my minigun out. They definitely deal with the Juggernauts the best, just so everyone knows. As you've seen there, I just drilled him. My initial incendiary rounds just put him on fire, but these next couple are going to be drilling them. So just taking cover here. I've lost a little bit of health. It's very important that I don't die, as I'm sure my friend is feeling under pressure. So if we can actually pull off the Elite Challenge, it will give us an extra $1 million as well. So that's for getting through it. With the actual million, within the 15 minutes and headshotting 150 enemies and not dying, so it's quite hard to get the Elite Challenge. I'm not really too worried if I do die today. I do actually have a few beers here to keep me through the gap of the death period, so not too concerned. You'll just have to bear with me as I persevere to make it past this part. There are quite a few enemies' heads popping up through there, as you can see. Just burn that one to death. There's one over there behind that barricade behind him. Okay, so it can be quite tough to hit them ones behind the barricade. I do have a good tactic that I normally pull out, which is getting my actual grenade launcher out. Okay, I'd usually just throw a few grenade launchers. Got to be careful they don't bounce back and blow us up, but as long as my friend doesn't run in the way. Those grenades should have dealt with most of the enemies back in the corner there. So I've put all of my AK-47 incendiary rounds in. Okay, I'm going to pull out another MK2 weapon here. Recently done this one up, I'm not sure what it is. I've just put it out to cover myself against that enemy. I see another one in the background. Now these guys can one-shot me basically if they get me in the head, so just being extremely careful here to stay behind cover and make sure they're all dead before moving in. There are quite a few little red crates and that sort of thing around that are going to need to be destroyed. So over there I see an enemy trying to get a sneaky little shot in. Got him in the head, I think. trying to get through without dying, it can be very tricky, so the enemy AI, as I've spoken with about many GTA players, I've had this problem of the enemy on hard is just way too hard, you know? And I'll agree with them, they are really beefed up, and they are overly powered, so I'm just laying a few rounds up there because I know that there's an enemy back there. But I can't actually see that enemy. There he is. Okay, it's usually another enemy that can pop up in this corner over here behind these boxes if you're unlucky too. So it looks like my friend is actually covering my back as I move in, which is very nice. So there's a few boxes back there that I could destroy, but I'd rather probably deal with these trickier enemies here. So got that one right in the head. That one there is probably one of the biggest trouble dealers that I've dealt with continually doing these heists. They can get a sneaky one shot in, no problem. So now I just turn around, as you've seen there, my friend's ulti boss has blown up that particular barrel, and I've taken that one down as well actually. So just moving ahead here now a little bit. We've got to be careful because the enemies can spawn behind us as well, so we're really careful to cover each other's backs. So I'm just going to take a bit of a glance back there. There can be quite a few enemies that spawn up this corridor here. Essentially, the best thing to do here is run back and go the way that you came from the start. Okay, so just run back. I think my friend will just continue to throw grenade launchers in, but I'll actually run back to get this supply crate that we've missed back here at the start. Okay, because it's very vital that this one gets done. There's a little split in the end of the road here. If we really want to speedrun it, we can, but with 2 players it does work better to stick together. So 2 players is the only way to make double cash in this particular heist, and it is quite difficult for that. 4 players does make it a little bit easier if you're playing with professional players. However, if you're playing with the people who don't know how to play properly and that sort of thing, it can get very frustrating. So I'd recommend trying this method if you have a trusted friend. And each buying a facility, you can go ahead and take it in turns running this mission with no time delay. So just taking down a couple of enemies there with the assault rifle. I've got a silencer on this one, so they really don't know what's going to hit them. I've also put a few camos on it and that sort of thing. I think this one has the red Death Skull camo. I see an enemy's head popping up around here, so I'm sure... Actually, that's my friend. Okay, so my friend has ideally secured this location now. And we are just moving in. I see an enemy he's dropped but didn't kill, so... Oh, we've got an enemy here, dead. Okay, so that one took quite a bit of my health. I'm going to take cover now. Okay, my friend has destroyed the supply drop there. Okay, the best way to go here is turn around and run back here and go up to the left here. Okay, straight through this little alleyway here. There's a few enemies up here, so I find the angle on this one a little bit easier to drop the enemies, so I'll show you what I mean about that. There's a little split fork at the end of this corridor if I actually make it here. So I lost a little bit of health on that encounter. Lucky my bulletproof vest seems to have soaked that up, so I'm just going to take a little bit of cover here on the corner. That'll start regenerating my health down there. Okay, so just now moving in to make sure I cover my phone properly. Now I've got full health. Pesky little enemy, he looks like a redneck. Really needs the cash, so he defends the mercenary plant over here, so just popping these basically little wannabes. Now I see a juggernaut back here. This can lead to big problems if they're not dealt with correctly, so make sure you come equipped for this mission with a big minigun, okay? Essentially, in the head, that juggernaut has been killed. So this is why I like this little split in the road, because you can actually see both of the juggernauts up ahead, okay? See that one there? That one just drilled my health and nearly killed me, okay? So I'm nearly dead here, just moving back behind cover to regenerate my health again. Okay, so we've got a juggernaut around the corner a little bit to the right, stuck back in that alleyway there. I see an enemy's popped out here. I'm just dropping that one. Just regenerating my health back to full. I see my friend has actually grenade launched that juggernaut, so that was a fantastic shot while I was regenerating health. Having a quick beer. It always pays to have a little bit of patience with your friends in this title, especially if one of us goes down and that sort of thing. It can be hectic, but as you see, we're progressing nicely here. This little split in the fork here is the one I'm talking about. So we come out here, we've killed 2 juggernauts that usually give us major drama as we approach from this way, and we can actually shoot these guards in the back that are up the top there, so that works really smoothly. Taking a few bullets, not sure which direction that came from, so I'm just going to take cover to regenerate my health. It may have come from around this particular direction where that red circle is, right there. So I'm just going to go ahead and murder that enemy over there. Okay, not really caring about the internet connection too much. I'm sure it'll resolve itself. If not, you guys will just have to imagine how the end of this broadcast goes as I annihilate Merryweather security team here. They just have a little thing for guarding this particular facility with their lives like this, as you can see, so they're quite tricky. Just reloading here for this one here. Trying to get the headshot on that one. There we go. Okay, so just jumping over this particular little balcony here brings us to a checkpoint. So all that wasn't for nothing. We've actually haven't died and made it to the first proper checkpoint on hard. So the live stream's going really good. I hope you're all enjoying this.
This person is very annoying. I hope he dies in the nuclear blast, Kevon.
Don't worry, Clifford. Everyone will.
Missile protocol initiated. Only seconds to apocalypse.
Just a second. This door? You did not hack it. You never even opened it.
I could hack it.
Prove it. Open it.
So this is the AI talking.
Anytime I like.
No, Clifford.
Voila.
Your AI is vain and insecure.
So we've tricked the AI into opening our hatch into this even trickier area here. Okay, so it doesn't take very long to get here, and as I've shown you all, this is definitely the fastest way to make money. Okay, so just getting through these sections is critical to our health, because as you see that green bar down there, if that hits red and 0, I'm going down out here for sure, you know. So just trying to make sure that I kill that one up there on that balcony. It can always give us a few problems, so I'm going to actually get my sniper onto him. Looks like he's dead. Oh, not sure. He's still wiggling around up there. Sadly, I'm not sure why that enemy isn't dying, but got to deal with that one right there. Okay, so that enemy's back up again. I got him. Nice. So this MK2 assault rifle I'm using here seems to be going quite good. They don't seem to expect the silencer. They're expecting more heavy power, I think. So it definitely gives them a sneaky little icing on the cake kill sort of thing there for you all. So just taking cover and blasting is the key. Okay, so just laying low behind this balcony here. I see that enemy just there. I can just see him. He might take a few clips to kill. Still not dead. I know because the RP comes up over their head. So just popping a few clips in here. I hope my friend doesn't die, and I hope I don't die here and let the team down. These Merryweather security teams here are particularly tricky, so just being very cautious as we both move in here. So these ones over here can be particularly nasty. Okay, so my friend's killed the one that needed a few bullets, that are riddled with bullets over there, and another one. I'm just going to concentrate on this side here now and make sure none pop out to ruin our escape. So there's one right there that would have shot us in the back, so just make sure you cover each other nicely here. One for each side, strategically more important. Now just moving in. Okay, so I've still got full health. I haven't actually used any body armor or snacks yet. Okay, I can put them on soon to give myself a little bit of a health boost if I want. So just quickly popping our way through here with the silencers on, trying to keep a low profile. I think I'll take cover here and regenerate the last little bit of health that I need. Okay, the pressure's really going to be on my friend here, so don't blame them if they do die, because they're going to actually have to cover me against this whole army while they get the hack. So As you can hear, Lester's telling me to plug in the machine. I've got a timer there. I'm going to have to start moving over to the machine. The quickest way is to move around the corners of these areas. I'm sure once I start moving, my friend will see that I'm moving and follow me. It's very important to keep a full clip reloaded going through these sections, so that way you can actually just start popping. Okay, so just killing a few enemies back there in the corners. I'm going to have to actually go right in front of all of them and plug my computer in here. Okay, so essentially go invulnerable while I'm doing the hack here. Now these can be really tricky and actually ruin the whole hack for us, so it's going to be really tricky. Even trickier with the live stream blocking part of the hack there, but I've made it through that section. I've done quite a few hacks, so this is how you do them. You need to burn all the blue parts, the silver and blue circles. Okay, as you see, you press X on the nodes to move between the different points. Just scrolling around to get this hack done here while my friend's covering me. Hopefully he's going all good. I'm not sure how Ultiboss is doing out there. I'm just hoping that when I pop out of this particular hack, there isn't a whole army on me. Because essentially, if I pop out of this hack, I'm going to take a lot of damage if the enemy shoots me in the back. But the important thing, if you're covering your friend, I've done it a few times, is make sure that you do pop right back in the corner. The worst thing that can happen is you dying. So I'm coming out now, and I'm just hoping that I'm not going to die. So I'm just going to triple check and make sure there's no one behind me there. It's my friend, luckily. So taking cover here to kill a few enemies that have actually been popping me. Okay, these are the particular ones that we've got to be careful of, the ones right in front of us. They can do max damage. Looks like they hit us with a shotgun, so careful. We've got one here behind us. So as you see, you need to really cover the team. Okay, one here. It could potentially end this run in one shot for us on hard. So just making my way around here. Sprinting that even. I'm going to pop out and cover my friend as he makes his run around. Okay, so as host, so I'm not actually hosting this particular one, but you do get a bit of a disadvantage, so unfortunately your health doesn't actually regenerate as quickly as it would. So I'll show you how to put on your snacks. So we go down here and put on some snacks. Okay, that'll allow us to fill up our health more quickly so that we can get this hack done within the time limit. So just moving to the next hack now. The enemy does continue to come until we get all of these hacks done. So I see my friend's done a good thing. He's covered himself in the corner there. I'm going to get the hack. He knows that I go invulnerable through this. So if we don't do this within 15 minutes, they're going to hit us with a missile too. So there is actually that small timer problem there. Okay, so just trying to show you all how to get these hacks. They are random, and this is the same one as last time, so this should be quite simple for me. I already know where to put this node before it even comes up here, see that? Okay, avoiding these red things because they will blow up the hack. Okay, so just maneuvering it the other way, away from the red squares, into the blue and silver circles here to keep things running smoothly. Changing between the nodes to burn these little hacks, okay? So you can give them a little wiggle, they still get burnt. Okay, this is the last one again, so I'm hoping that there isn't too many enemies and my friend's doing very well out there. Okay, so success on that hack. Usually when I turn around here, I get shot, so I'm just going to turn around and put a clip in. Okay, there's a whole army up here. I put a good clip into that. 3 kills. Okay, a little nastiness from the left. I'm going to deal with that, or it's going to hit my friend right in the side too. They actually have less health than me, so as you can see, things would be running really difficultly for them. So I'm going to cover them while they get their body armor and health back, if they need it. Looks like they've got it, so I'm going to move in. Okay, just running up here to this next hack, so that we don't essentially run out of time. Throwing a few bullets in to just cover the horizon, before I sneak around here, pop ahead, and go into the hack. Okay, so straight into the hack again. Hope my friend's in the corner. I can't actually look around to check. So a new hack here, I need to burn all the silver and blue nodes. Okay, so this one looks like it's going to be fairly easy if I get it right now, maybe difficult later. Okay, I'll need to actually run this beam to that beam there. so that I have some control over the beam. So now I can navigate around and burn that one, as discussed in the previous video. Navigate that one. A little bit of red on the squares, the red squares, that doesn't hurt too much, but ideally you want to be burning into them as quickly as possible, like that. Okay, so now some of the trickier parts of this can be actually working out how to get over to the next section. So see these silver triangles? These will essentially reflect. Okay, so reflecting around here and burning through the final node here. I'm hoping things are going smoothly on the outside. Okay, so that's the third server. We're going to need 4 servers here, and there's an enemy right behind me. Oh, actually, there. They're everywhere, so it's a little bit hard to tell. This red circle's everywhere on the map. Okay, so just going back into the corner and making our way around to the next corner here. It's easier to navigate this way, and you can take cover around the edges. So take cover and fill up all of your body armor and that sort of thing as you navigate your way around here. Make sure to put a whole clip in here to defend your teammate too after coming out of the hack. Okay, there's enemies up the hallway there, so just running up to the next section to make sure that one dies, because I'm looking for that green dot on the map again, which is where the hack is. So just running up into my corner here. This is where my friend will hide back here, just so you all know. Okay, my guy's taking corner on the wrong area. I'm going to take cover here. I'm going to show you how to put a thing called body armor on. So super heavy body armor will make sure that I don't die through this particular encounter. It's always good to go to the ammunition store, and I'll show you all how to do that in a later video. But as you've seen, I've just lost all of my body armor. I'm going to go ahead and pop that back on before I go into this next hack, okay? So just covering out here to help my friend a little bit too on the way in. Okay, it's always a hectic hack, this last one here. I've got to be quick to get in, to go invulnerable, then run back really quickly, as you'll see here. Okay, so 10 minutes left to missile launch, and we've got this last hack. So I do get as many attempts as I want here, which is handy. If I do actually screw it up, I don't believe the missile gets launched immediately. So I'm just burning through these as quickly as possible, because once the timer gets reached, it'll be game over. So I can burn through a couple of these from down here, which is handy, just like that. That one will actually reflect into that one there, which is nice. Be easier if I just run it straight through here. Okay, and then started bending these beams a little bit, I think, straight into that one there. Okay, so that's got that one. Okay, I can't actually see the top corner here, but usually there's some sort of reflective thing that should allow it to go through. If not, I'm just going to go ahead and burn through that in a second, okay? So I can burn through 2 of those red squares each go. I have my suspicions on whether it makes the enemy tougher, but I'm going to have to go ahead and do it here. So burning through a red square, okay, to get that silver node there. So it looks tricky, and now coming out of the last hack, there'll be a wave of Merryweather that will come that will be intense as. So just moving back behind my friend here quickly to where he's been covering me from, because he hasn't died there. There's a whole army on the way. I've nearly died. I'm taking cover. Okay, so just snacking up here, hoping my friend can cover me while I get my snacks and body armor back. I got murdered as I came out of cover, so now I'm back, after putting my snacks on fairly quickly, to kill the last of Merryweather's goon squad. Okay, so just dumping clips over anywhere I can at the moment. I see a head back there. I see my friends onto that. Okay. So just making our way through this now. There's a couple of little red circles left. Most of them are dead from the spraying, so popping that one right in the face and laying down on the ground there. Feels pretty good with the MK2 weapon here. I think it's a special carbine, in case you were wondering. I usually use something like that through this particular chapter, and as you see, it does quite well. It handles nicely. Haven't died yet at all. Just making my way over to the last of Merryweather's goons. He's really hiding, so he thinks he's going to rip me apart down there. He's actually quite a mouthy Merryweather goon. I think he's going to come up these stairs here near me. I'm not completely sure where he's even hiding, this particular one, but I'm definitely on the lookout for him, as you see. I think he might actually be upstairs, I'm thinking now. He's definitely hiding. I think he's like the mouthy hiding type, so... Look, he'd really want to be getting a top dollar paycheck to come up against myself and my friend. Hopefully he doesn't catch one of us off guard and accidentally kill him. But I think he's up the top here, right up the top, hiding away, so... We need to go into these computers here, so... It's called the Orbital Cannon. I actually did buy one of these. I can actually nuke people on the map in GTA Online. I'm going to cover A and B. My friend usually grabs C and D. So, just zooming out so that I can move a little bit quicker here. I'm making my way over with the Orbital Cannon to destroy the first of our cloud servers. So, a quick beer to this one. Things are running very smoothly on hard here. Haven't died at all. I'm not sure if we've got 150 headshots. I've been trying to hit them in the head, but I don't even think there's 150 enemies, so I find the Elite Challenge particularly difficult on this one for the extra $1 million, but, you know, we are in line to make it. There are still a few hiccups and a few guards, as well as Avon, the leader of the security, to defeat here, but essentially things are going well, and you can restart between the checkpoints too, so if you're worried you're not going to get it, don't be. Okay, so I'm just making my way over to B now. You want to communicate with your teammate as to whether you go to B, C, or D, and that sort of thing. It makes it a little bit easier, so just zooming in now on B, I see the target right there. Orbital cannon sounds sweet, so just plastering one into that one. Okay, so my friend should cover the last target here. Unfortunately, we're killing the AI by doing this. I quite like the AI. He was quite quirky, but at the same time, the AI, you know, trying to ruin our humanity and stuff in this saga has been destroyed there. So I'm just going to show you where to go once you do drop your orbital cannon nuclear strikes in. You run back down the stairs. Okay, oops, I think I found the stairs. There they are. Right there at the bottom. So right down the bottom to that yellow dot. Okay, my friend knows where to go. We've done this together a lot. We're happy to help any of our friends get through this as well. If they're good players and want to do it with 3 of us, we're happy to, you know, sacrifice part of our paycheck for them. We can essentially do it with 2 of us, though, so we don't really mind too much either way. If they're around for the heist, I'm more than happy to help them. So if you want help with this heist, just leave a comment below or go onto my YouTube channel and like and subscribe so you can follow all my videos, and I'll be sure to help you out, that's for sure, and return the favor. So, just plastering through a couple more enemies here in the silo, it appears. So the silo access point has a serious guard on it. Now there are some very sneaky enemies down here, so I really like to try and headshot that one there before I move in, because there are actually more that spawn ahead, and sometimes some really sneaky ones in like the sides of these cracks. So make sure you have a good look as you go into this so that you don't get shot in the side or back by the enemy. Sometimes they hide there, sometimes they don't. Okay, so just proceeding now, none were in there this time. That's what the next corridor looks like right there. Okay, so it's great having my friend to cover my back, and recommend doing it with your friend or friends to help cover you. Just trying not to shoot my friend, so I stopped tapping the button. Although it automatically does it by the looks of things anyway. Okay, so just shooting that one in the arse. I'm making my way around here through the control panels with the assault rifles up to the next terminal here, which will essentially be where we get to fly to the very end in jetpacks and take out all of the last goons. Okay, so a little pimp slap there from my friend. I really like watching that. Okay, so straight around here to the next checkpoint. We've made it to Avon's goons. Okay, so that's the 3rd checkpoint done in this live stream. So as you can see, my friend over there is a true professional. I've got a few of the videos on my YouTube channel, so make sure to go ahead and like. They'll have the Ulti Boss tag on them. So really one of my biggest helpers and friends that I've come across in gaming. Always covered their back no matter what, through thick and thin. And look where it's got me now. I get to fly this cool jetpack around and nuke some people. So, you know, loyalty is repaid in the master gaming industry. I'm just going to try and avoid these with their blades. So, yep. Just lowering my actual brakes here. I think that's my landing pad. And trying to dodge the helicopters. There's only one person we need to take out here, and it's that actual red jetpack. The enemy jetpack on our map. His name is Avon, okay? So, to get to Avon, I don't want to be hit by those helicopter blades, so I'm just trying to put a few missiles into them as well. So, just changing target back to Avon down there. I'm going to turn around here and try and take out Avon. Okay, there he is. Okay, so he's dead. We got Avon. Okay, that's how to kill Avon. Right there. You've just got to missile his jetpack off. Okay. He's being obliterated. Like his cloud server. So now just, it's a pretty joyous float over to the observatory over here. So very successful run of GTA Online here with my friend Ulti Boss. This is Master Ultier from Master Gaming Network. I hope you've all enjoyed this one. Please do stay tuned to see how much we earn for our sacrifice of time taken away from doing something simple like the hangar missions or something like that, or maybe the car theft missions, to go ahead and make top dollar and run the heist. So I do actually have quite a few shortcuts for most of the other missions as well, so just lowering my landing gear here. Got to be careful we don't accidentally blow up the jetpacks on our landings. I've accidentally done that a few times and ruined an elite challenge before, so things can be a little bit disappointing out here, but this is how we roll, and I hope you like how we do it. Full machine guns the whole way, rockets and missiles, jetpacks and all. Just coming in for my landing here. Looks like my friends already made their landing. So just making my touchdown here. And that's essentially a successful mission. That is the Doomsday Heist Finale there. One of the hardest missions in the game, especially with the hack and having to cover it all and that. So I'm glad that you could all witness what it takes to actually cover your friends back in this game.
Thank you, people. Now, when you see the boss, can you let her know that this was all my master plan and I should get a promotion?
No. We should have let you fry.
You let me fry?
So actually one beer's lasted me this whole section. So that was a really good run. Ecstatic. When these dollars roll up on the screen, you'll know why. I'll be able to actually go shopping in GTA a little bit. Really love Grand Theft Auto, and this is my latest way to make money. I will be making twice as much because I won't need to cut it between four players. It'll be cut between 2 players.
Thank you, all of you. The world owes you a massive favor.
Oh, well, we like cash.
Understood.
Oh, and those were all innocent mistakes, so let's just make sure the record says that. Thank you.
There will be no record. 14,
Mrs. Rackman?
you brought Avon Hertz into the government.
And these guys.
If I can, I will fire you.
Unprotected class.
Yes, moronic. Now all of you get out of here. Let's all pretend this never happened.
So just finishing up my last beer
Thank you.
while I wait for my money roll to show up.
That is just about enough apocalypse excitement for me. And here I was.
And this is my friend Lester. He's helped me through a lot of things in GTA over the years. Much respect to Lester.
Simpler times. You know, back when I
And my friend Ulti Boss over there has helped me 100 times more than Lester. So even more respect to Ulti Boss for helping me through this particular heist in one life without dying. What an epic friend, epic journey, epic heist. You mean life? I mean Lester, heist.
Also pretty fun. So
Pretty fun, Lester. Pretty fun, bye. So as you can see, I've given my guy a new haircut. He's just hugging my friend's pink-haired ponytail gal there, looking over the city. That's how to pass a Doomsday scenario. Your man Altier from Master Gaming, $1.5 million in actual earnings, cut down to 750k. Happy with that. Unfortunately, we were 9 minutes too late on the 9-minute thing. We did get a tick for the nobody gets wasted, and the zero hacks failed. Ooh, we were a little short on the headshots again. That is one of the tougher ones. So we've lost our extra million, but $750,000 in one hit, as you'll agree, for that little bit of work that I put in there, is more than worth it. So I hope you like and subscribe. Go ahead over to my YouTube channel. I've been uploading a few of my games and a few hints and tips to help you all get started. So I hope you enjoyed this stream today. Have a great day. This is your man, Master Altier, signing out.